aggregation institution like NAC and NAB will be replaced by the robust National Aggregation Council. So now the institution ranked by the NAC, National Aggregation Commission. It will be replaced to the National Aggregation Council, NAC. Consolidate of exiting formulated higher education institution into two type of multidisciplinary universities and multidisciplinary autonomous colleges, with a campus having more than 3,000 students. The timeline to become a multidisciplinary is by 2033, and to have 3,000 and more students by, with a campus having more
2040.
than. So now the autonomous given by the affiliated colleges. But in future, if the students strength have more than 3,000, the universities or colleges automatically multidisciplinary autonomous colleges. So multidisciplinary means now the arts colleges are separated, engineering and medical, agriculture, law, these are the separate wings, separate authorities affiliated by the courses. But in future, the multidisciplinary means all disciplines come under one colleges, that is called multidisciplinary. Multidisciplinary university will be two types. The multidisciplinary university are two types. One is research incentive universities, second one teaching incentive universities. Now the universities are travel in two types, research and academic. But in future, the universities divided into two part. One is research oriented universities, second one research oriented university. The college also, they are divided into two types, the research oriented and teaching oriented. The class enrollment ratio in higher education, including vocational education, will increase from current 26.3% to 50% by the 2033. So the class enrollment ratio of the vocational education, the students seeking for employability, it increased day by day. So the new education policy give a more important or focus to the increase the class enrollment ratio 26% to 50%. All exiting affiliate college will eventually grow autonomous degree granting college with the monitoring support of affiliated university by improving securing the prescribed accreditation level. Research will include UG, PG level and have a holistic and disciplinary education approach. But now the research institute only PG can do the research or PhD. But in new education policy, the UG, PG can able to do the research. The 4-year bachelor degree with multiple exit option, 1 to 2 years master degree based on number of years spent in a bachelor degree as 4-year or 3 respectively. If you get a degree in 3 years, you have studied in 2 year at master level, PG level. If you studied in a 4-year degree, you will get a 1 year in PG level. So after that, you can join the PhD. 2-year master degree with the full research in second year. 1-year master degree for 4-year bachelor degree holders and 5-year integrated master degrees. So 2-year master degree programs converted into two types, First one is a subject, second year research oriented. The choice-based credit system is revised by an innovative and flexible competency-based credit system. Now we follow the credit-based system. It is modified to innovative the flexible competency-based credit system. The examinations will change from high-stake exam towards more continuous comprehension evaluation exams. Now the only examination conducted by the end of the academic year. So it will change to continuous comprehension evaluation system will be introduced in college level also. So encourage the online distance learning courses as part of degree program to include the credit system. Now the regular student cannot study any course regular or online, but in new education policy 2020 will give a provide chance to do the course in online distance learning also. So if you learn any other course at the time of studying in degree level, you join the other course also. The National Scholarship Portal will be strengthened and extended to help the financial needs of merit-based students. Private higher education institution will be encouraged to offer a large number of free shifts and scholarship to the students. Now the all private colleges and private universities only give the free education, but in new education policy strongly recommended to the type of institution give a 30% free education to the students. Next one, teacher education. All schools foundation, preparatory, middle and secondary level should appointed 4-year integrated B.Ed degree holders at the teacher in dual major specialization, education and subject. Now the teacher up to secondary grade teach to the 1 to 5th standard. Degree with B.Ed holders teach the 6th, 7th, 8th. PG with B.Ed candidate appointed as a teacher in higher secondary level. But in future, all teachers in from first standard to higher secondary level complete the 4-year integrated course candidate only appointed as a teacher. That teacher studying in education and also the special subject also. Till 2023, there will be a 2-year B.Ed program for 3-year UG and 1-year B.Ed and 4-year UG and those who have master degree in other subject. So now the B.Ed degree, 2-year B.Ed, 2-year B.Ed programs and 3-year degree programs. But in future, the B.Ed program and degree program combined with integrated in 4-year B.Ed programs. The M.Ed will be 1 year in a research focus. The faculty profile Department of Education will devise the PhD in different areas. So now the new education policy give a chance to all senior or retired faculty will utilize for long term or short term to guide and monitoring and professional support for research and innovation. It is a separate national mission for monitoring will be established. So all senior educationist or retired person will be used for our education system for guiding, monitoring, and professional support. Next one, professional education. All standalone professional education institution in any field shall aim to become a multidisciplinary institution offering holistic and multidisciplinary education by 2030. Now, the professional institution standalone, that is law, agriculture, medicine, etc., etc., engineering. In future, after 2020, after 2030, all educational institution, multidisciplinary institution. So the all discipline, all professional course come under in a one umbrella. The higher education institution will be encouraged to prepare a professional in agriculture and veterinary science through program integrate in a general education. Higher education institution offering agriculture education must focus on the local community and involvement in setting a agricultural technology park in the region to promote the technology incubation and dissemination. The university offering law education must prepare to offer bilingual education for future lawyers and judges in English and state languages. Now, the law profession given only in English. In future, it is given through bilingual language. One is the mother tongue, another one is English language. The healthcare education system must be integrated in such a way that all students to allopathy medical education must have a basic understanding of Ayurveda, yoga, neuropathy, Unani, Siddha, and homeopathy, and vice versa. So the healthcare education system will introduce in our education system. So our ancient medical terminology will be used, will be taught to our students in from school level also. Technical education should be offered within a multidisciplinary education institution and should focus on opportunity to engage deeply with other discipline. The focus should be on offering artificial intelligence, 3D mechanism, big data analysis, and machine learning in addition to geometric studies, biotechnology, nanotechnology, neurotechnology, neuroscience with application of health, environment, and sustainable living. So these are the things incorporate our new education policy. It will called multidisciplinary education. Next, private institution. All private universities are eligible to grant autonomy based on their aggregation status. So all private universities eligible to autonomy. All higher education institutions autonomy is decided their fees structure and surplus, if any, should be reinvestment in the expansion project with a transparent accounting system. So now the education institution collect the fees from the guidelines of UGC or AICT. But in future, the fee structure, the particular institution deciding to collect the fees. Thus, if the fees surplus in a institution, it is transferred to other kind of work. So it will give a chance from our national education policy. The National Research Foundation will treat all private higher education institution in par with the public for granting research fund which only based on the merit of proposal. But now some influence easily get a fund from the higher authorities. But in future, all private institution get a fund from the higher authority. So there is no influence used thereafter. So there are some innovations in new education policy 2020. That is 100 top Indian universities will be encouraged to operate in foreign countries. Now, our universities only in our countries, but in future, the top level 100 universities will allow to operate in foreign countries, and also the top 100 foreign countries will be allowed to operate in India. So it is easy for exchange the students one country to another country. So our Indian students easily get degree from foreign countries. So every classroom shall have access in a latest education technology and enable better learning experience. Faculty stability will be provided in a appointment institution with generally no transfer to other institution. Faculty members get curriculum and pedagogy freedom within a approach framework. So faculty member also responsible for the pedagogy and curriculum development. Based on the academic and research performance, faculty incentives accountability will be fixed. So now the teachers get a increment every year. In future, it is not in easily get the increment based on the performance only the incentives and accountability will be fixed. Faculty fast track promotion system for high impact research contribution will be offered. So now the promotion means gradually assistant professor, associate professor, professor. It is a gradual promotion will is there. In future, the fast track promotion system will introduce. If any assistant professor have more capability and higher potential, they promoted directly to the professor. So the system will introduce. All PhD registration students should take one subject related to teaching curriculum development and accept teaching assistantship for enhancing teaching skill. So now the research student, PhD scholars only do their own research, but in future they allowed to teach any one subject in a college or universities. Strengthening a vocational education to reach at least 50% of the student population. So now the vocational education offering in higher secondary level only. It will in future it will introduce in up to degree level. So mostly 50% of students give vocational education. It is strengthen our employability. The four function regulation, aggregation, funding, and academic standard are controlled an umbrella institution, the Higher Education Commission of India. Now, the regulation by any universities, aggregation, NAC, funding, UGC. So these are the one or two institutions authorities involved in the one a particular institution. But in future, it comes all functions come under one umbrella that is called Higher Education Commission of India. The empower private higher education institution decide fees for their programs independently, so within the laid out norms. So the private institutions independently decide their fees also. Information communication and computation technology, nanotechnology will be introduced in undergraduate education to increase the employability of youth. So the ICT, the nanotechnology, computer will be introduced in graduation level. So it is helpful to the students easily get the employability. Dual degree in education, that is Sanskrit and other degrees. For example, BSc and BA in language. So if you like dual degree, get in one science, another one in arts or in language. So whatever like to get a dual degree, you will select your discipline. Now we use a credit based system, that is improved, and competency based system. So in future we use competency based system, that is helpful to the student improve their competencies. So next one, implication of National Education Policy 2020 on Indian higher education system. Only qualified role models have been opportunity to elevate the top to decision making role. Now, in higher education institution appointed by vice chancellors, some deans, some directors based on the seniority. But in future, they are appointed by the only qualified persons. Qualified means well equipped in subject and also in a contribution of the education. That type of peoples only appointed in the chairman of the authority bodies, vice chancellors, registrars, controllers, dean, and directors. Next, cleaning of higher education bureaucratic system. Now, merit-based appointment of institutional leaders in research and innovation. Unlike the present system, professor without at least 5 first author scholarly publication or patent during the last 5 years will not become an institutional leader like director, vice chancellor. But now many leaders appointed, they publish some articles together with the scholar or any other person, but they are not in a first author. So if you have a first author, you are the whole responsible of a particular publication. So now the system modified to the only real researcher or real innovator appointed as a directors, vice chancellor, etc. Transform of a single discipline colleges into multidisciplinary autonomous degree awarding degrees. Now, single discipline colleges is there: arts college, science college, law college, agriculture college. These colleges in future it converted into multidisciplinary colleges. Multidisciplinary colleges means the arts colleges eligible to give a degree in engineering, conducting engineering system, conducting agriculture, conducting law. So transform a single discipline to multidisciplinary. So the colleges get autonomous to awarding the degree. And next, focus on research and innovation at UG and PG level. But now the research focus in only research level, that is PhD and M.Phil level. But in future, in new education policy, emphasis that the research and innovation introduced in from UG level also. Next, the elimination of commercialization of education. Now the education commercialization. Many private institutions, many colleges increase their own way fees. But in future, the type of system abolished and it is monitored by the authorities. Private university will overtake public university due to offer a 20% free ship. So the private university or public universities offering free education, 20% of students give in future free education. So now I can come to conclude the policy introduced a whole gamut of chance to reads largely as very progressive document with a firm grasp of the current socio-economic leadership in the perspective of future intercity. The new education policy has laudable vision, but its strength will depend on whether it is transformation. Hence, policy linkage can ensure the education policy addresses to and learn the skilled Indian experience in engaging more dynamically with the corporate sector to shape vocational education curriculum in order to make it a success. There is also necessity for more evidence-based decision making to adopt a rapidly evolving transformation and disruption. The new education policy has assuringly provided real-time evaluation system and a consultative monitoring and review framework. This shall empower the education system to constantly reform itself. Instead of expecting for a new education policy every decade for a shift in curriculum, this is itself will be a remarkable achievement. The new education policy 2020 is a defining moment for higher education. Effective and time-bound implementation is what will make it truly path-breaking. Thanking you. Madam?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. Is there
There
any
are
doubt?
some members and
Ask
students
any questions?
questions.
No, sir, we are clear.
Madam, that's all.
Sir,
No, nobody ask any doubts. Thank you, madam. Thank you for
No,
giving me
sir.
opportunity to deliver my lecture about the new education policy 2020. Thank you to one and all. Thank you.
thank you, sir.
நான் வெளியில வந்துட்டேன் மேடம்.
Sir, one second, sir. I'll check whether the people ஒரே நிமிஷம் check பண்ணிக்கிறேன் sir. Ma'am, anyone there to raise question, ma'am? Any questions? Or we shall wind up the session, ma'am. Any professors, students, do you have any question on National Educational Policy 2020? Sir, one question, sir.
Tell me.
It is all regarding about impact and influence. Any disadvantages? I found that if at all the fee structure and everything comes under the management, will it become so business? Or education system will turn as a money-based one.
Yeah. Madam, any system have two sides, merits and demerits. But the system have more benefits compared with the disadvantage. Some disadvantage is there. The teacher promotions, fee structure, the autonomous. These are the some practical difference. Practical problem is there. But compare with the disadvantage, more advantage is there. So we will take only advantages.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
I hope that everyone has had a wide range of exposure on your webinar. And I thank on the behalf of Nazareth College of Arts and Science Management staff and the students, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
People can leave the meet. Thank you, everyone.
Shall I leave, madam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please, sir. Please.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.